ketogenic diet. And specifically, I think we're talking about is the flu, the keto flu. You may think you have a regular flu, but if you've attempted this ketogenic diet, which became popular in the 1920s to help kids get rid of seizures, and been very successful, they don't promote it as much now, but they are. It's back on the uprise. So this, yes. So that led to Dr. Atkins. Remember Atkins?
Oh, I remember that. I remember eating a lot of bacon, a lot of eggs, and a lot of meat.
Nothing wrong with bacon. Everything's better with bacon, provided it has no nitrates.
No nitrates, no nitrites.
Yeah, there you
Ideally
go.
pasture raised. I'm
Well,
a little nutty about all that stuff.
The best bacon you can get. Yes, go bacon or go home.
Absolutely.
And then, but what Dr. Atkins didn't realize too is people that would do this for a long time didn't realize all this acid that would be created by these proteins and the sugars
Yep.
would cause these vicious cycles for people's pancreases. People would pull calcium from their bones because calcium is a major mineral that alkalizes and buffers your bloodstream. So, so that kind of went by the wayside in lieu of now it's ketogenic palooza.
Yes, it had in a big way. Every naturopathic doctor.
And I need to say right now that I'm sorry I'm not on the ketogenic diet because, you know, like I say, I like my vegetables sometimes. I like eat raw food sometimes.
What word did you use
I like
earlier?
meat, and I'm truly a flexitarian.
You are a flexitarian.
Not vegetarian, not vegan, you know.
Not keto.
And I'm gluten, yes.
And you're
But
totally
I am
gluten-free.
totally gluten-free. Solid. I avoid grains as much as I can once in a while. Like I just had a gluten-free something with eggs and
cheese or something in there.
bacon.
Yeah, Canadian bacon.
Canadian bacon. Hey, Lisa Mercer.
Other bacon, more fat than Canadian. Just so you know. If you're on
And
keto.
Commander's brain is totally on fire all the time. He needs all those fats to feed the brain without too much glucose, but we do need that too.
We do.
But you know, when you go keto, you start peeing a lot. Because it has a direct effect.
A lot.
Yes. And when that happens, a lot of people get tired and dizzy. They can
Headaches,
get dizzy
weak.
when you go to get up out of bed in the morning, and you sit up and you're like, whoa, the world's spinning. No, it's not because you partied hard the night before.
No.
This is a cumulative effect of what you're doing with your ketogenics, and it's showing that it's doing the right thing, but you're just not coping with how you need to support yourself. So you might lose a lot of water weight in the beginning, but you really don't want to do that. You really want to balance that. And when you lose those fluids, you're also losing minerals, right?
Yes, you are.
Yes. And when that happens, and the primary ones, I guess, in the ketogenic diet are very ones that are cardio dependent, like sodium, potassium, magnesium. What's the other one?
Sodium, potassium, magnesium, and come on, I have this.
Tango region. No, it's right here. I think.
I have it on this one.
It's on that one.
I always
That was
recommend
it. And
additional
chlorine.
sodium.
And chlorine. All the tests that you get when you go to the doctor and they do a basic metabolic profile, except for usually the calcium, except for the magnesium. So we always see sodium, potassium, chloride, and then we see how acid you are. We test your carbon dioxide, and we look at those. So when you start getting rid of a lot of those, that can cause problems. Because if your heart's not beating good,
Right.
the blood flow doesn't go to your brain, right?
My heart
It doesn't
beats
go to
really,
your lungs.
My heart beats really fast.
And
Still,
then-
really,
yes.
take it out.
Still. Wait, stick your pulse. Don't squeeze both of these at the same time. Then I'll have to go to work.
Especially when you have a titanium neck.
Okay, yes.
And I'd be in the back of your truck with your dogs.
I'm bad. Yes, we'll be dragging you down the street that way. And towards the hospital, you know, and letting them do the thing. I'd probably be able to save you first. Somebody gives me an electric cord, I could just split it and shock you here.
He's a genius.
Just MacGyver this thing.
I just
thing.
totally love
Give
hanging
me 2
out.
wet napkins.
Critical care nurses, paramedics.
Give
you
me
know.
2 wet napkins and an electric cord. Boom, you're done. No, not yet. You're still talking. It's after I punch you once, right in the chest. Not in the titanium though. Guard the titanium.
No, we gotta guard the
As hard as it goes.
Yep.
But anyway, so those are the electrolytes that you lose. And yes, it not only causes problems with your heart, but everything else too. When your sodium starts floating wrong, you can actually have seizures.
Yes,
If it
you
goes
can.
too low or it goes too high, you can actually have seizures too. So, and potassium's a big deal for your kidneys and your heart. And for the heart to beat effectively, you have to have adequate sodium and potassium, because that's what actually initiates the heartbeat in the heart, is that sodium potassium exchange in the sinoatrial node. You're gonna have to Google that one.
Sinoatrial node.
But if you
Note
gotta
to self.
if you gotta ask a question, where do we go?
Ketogenic the Right Way is my Facebook group.
That's your Facebook.
People ask a lot of questions. I do a lot of research. I don't necessarily answer a lot of specific questions for the simple fact that I am not a doctor. I'm not treating, diagnosing anything. I share information that I find.
Yes.
But what I would like to talk
Does
about,
our
Mark,
homework.
I'd like to talk about, some of the natural ways that you can increase your potassium, magnesium, your sodium, etc.
You can try that. But yes, indeed.
But I also believe you need to supplement that as well.
Well, we have to. It's not believed that you do. We need to, because back in the 30s,
Yep.
the Senate published a paper on foods that were grown by farmers, and the minerals were missing.
Yep.
Plants can make vitamins.
Yes, they can.
They can make amino acids.
But when the minerals are
They
gone,
cannot make the minerals. So if the farmers are giving you NPK fertilizer, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, that's all they're giving. And then you give in hydrous ammonia for fertilizer, which is nitrogen and hydrogen. It's added to the soil. So in that proportion. So it becomes very difficult for the body to say, hey, thank you very much. And when your nutrient tank burns out, you break. How many times have you broken?
3.
Get a call from Julie. Hey, I'm in bed. I'm sorry. I can't move. Everything hurts.
He's
What do I
totally
do?
serious.
What do I do?
You dye your hair pink, Jules.
Right, and you do the pink thing. No, because you can't get up.
No, you really
Not
can't.
even her husband or her son can do that. But
No.
it could be a cool Nickelodeon split with goo or something. No, she was
Keto Flu blows. Chunks, literally.
yeah. So we had her try to increase her fluids, and that means for the people that are having this flu, taking a sip of something that has minerals in it every 5 to 10 minutes.
Yep.
No more than an ounce, or actually a tablespoon, half an ounce.
Which, of
And-
course, before I made the phone call to him, I was doing this.
No, don't do that. Too much, too fast. Your body's, having a hard time as it is. So just little sips, or if you're sitting watching TV, every time the commercial pops on, little tiny sips. Little tiny sips.
Yeah.
Wait for the next set of commercials to come on. Because usually it's every 6 minutes or something like that. I don't know, it used to be every 6 minutes we'd get a commercial. So.
When he was making me do that, I certainly did not have a television on. I was literally watching my clock at my phone going, okay, can I have another sip? Yes.
Yes,
Because I didn't want to throw up again.
that's the analogy of Julie.
I am a
She
little...
probably set a timer with her favorite ringtone, like, whoa, sip time. But we did get her better. We had her on some enzymes, and we did.
Enzymes and some probiotics.
Yes.
And,
Yeah, we turned things around pretty quickly. But she sought the advice of a healthcare professional. Now my bag is 30 years as a critical care nurse, and so I know pretty good physiology. And then for the last, when I had my knee surgery in the 30s, I engaged homeopathy.
yes.
Rexall drugs, which was very good to take away the pain. I didn't need the Vicodin.
Right?
And then about 7 or 8 years ago, total full-born naturopathy, homeopathy, Ayurveda, chiropractic, acupuncture, all the complementary medicines, energy medicines that come together to help people get better.
So I call him when I have something wrong.
Yes, I get a lot of phone calls. I'm worldwide
You are.
on the Wellness Warriors with the Z on Facebook.
Anybody wanting to get involved with that that's in my Ketogenic the Right Way group where this video will be posted, I can absolutely add you to the Wellness Warriors page as well to learn more information from Mark, because this man has
information's
saved
there.
me many, many, many times with the search bar that's right up at the top.
Yeah.
There's something wrong. Many
Yeah.
of the doctors in the group are there. You're there. It's probably been talked about.
People kind of avoid sometimes some of the bigger hitters go there, but my classical homeopath, she's there. Jennifer Lee Payne, really happy about that.
Jennifer Lee Payne is awesome.
Dr. Judy Ray Wright, she's a naturopath.
Dr. Judy.
Brenda Wright.
Brenda Wright, who is a good friend of mine.
Yes.
A good friend of mine.
Leanne Bacon King and her husband, absolutely all geniuses, these people.
Absolutely.
And people that contribute there, people that have gone to med school and kind of stopped because they saw the fruitlessness in becoming a medical doctor because of a failed medical system.
Right.
And I truly believe that, and I repent publicly. And I'm sorry that I didn't know what I do know now.
But
and
you know
I
it
can help
now.
more people. Yeah, that's why I repent, because it's a privilege. And if you're in the faith, then you hopefully will forgive me. And but we can use, you can take some foods. I mean, you can't totally just supplement your life away. You got to choose something, right? Just for digestion to be good, you have to chew.
Well, you're darn right. You have to. And you know what he taught me? Like, this was way before I ever went keto. He told me to chew my food until it's already pre-digested.
Paste in your mouth.
Paste in your mouth. If you're having some almonds, you keep chewing on those puppies until they are completely soft.
What does that do?
It helps absorption.
By what? Remember? It makes it easier for the enzymes and the acid to break it down in your stomach, and it's not a blob.
That's true.
You don't
I
wanna
do
have
recall
a
that
blob
now. And if you take, I do take enzymes before I eat them. I take one or two, depending on what I'm kind of planning on eating. But I do it 15 to 20 minutes before I eat that. So by the time that food hits that stomach of mine, it's going to absorb it pretty good.
Yeah, it's going to digest well and get into the intestine. If you're,
We're not going to talk about bowel movements though either. I promise. No poo-poo dances.
So again, if your digestion is not good, seek some advice.
Yep.
Before you start going ketogenic. Seek advice, get that dialed in. I bet your health will start changing in a great way.
Yep.
And you can still do ketogenic. I mean, it's okay.
You need to eat a lot of dark leafy greens. Spinach, kale, broccoli, asparagus, green beans. Keep
But
going.
you got to rotate them though. Why?
I kind of. Well, I could.
You got to rotate the kale, the broccoli, and stuff like that because it puts a lot of pressure on your thyroid. If you have a thyroid condition, those are goitrogenic foods.
Yeah.
And you should watch it. Just rotate them.
Who doesn't have one?
I love kale, and you're having kale salad every day. And do something else.
But what if you don't have a thyroid, Mark?
Go for it.
You know,
Go for it.
avocados.
You know,
I eat one every day.
Yeah, if you give the kale a little massage with the avocado, it digests a lot better and absorbs better.
Ooh, that was a really good tip.
Because
Please
of a
note,
fat-soluble vitamin. So when
take your avocado and smash it together.
when you're just get in there and
Squeeze
just
some
say
lemon juice and some Himalayan salt.
afterwards and enjoy it. So
Bingo.
that might be a way that you can help your digestion and your absorption as well. If you're going for that, you can do it with spinach leaves. You can do it. So because
And on kale, by the way, just a personal opinion, those big, huge leaves that you find in Whole Foods totally is not me. You can remove the very coarse stem because otherwise it to me tastes like
the coarse
dirt.
stem, that's like
That's like mud.
if you want to chew on something for a while.
I get the baby kale, baby kale.
It doesn't have to be Whole Foods. It could be a reputable farmer,
Yep.
a CSA, something like that. Try to just do the best you can with what you have. So, again, to get all those electrolytes though, but you're definitely urinating a lot. And if you notice you're having the flu, get a hold of somebody. And the big helpers are get some Himalayan sea salt. And just put that in the water if you have to.
You guys,
and then,
the one thing I tell people every day when they come to my house and we're talking about the program, I do this, I go drink it. Do you taste it?
Do you like sprinkle it on them?
Just kind of like at
It's
church
like a
when
wedding.
you're getting, or like wedding with.
Yeah, you just hit it with the Himalayan sea salt as they walk in the door.
Okay.
But make sure you grind it off the rock though, because if
Getting
you hit it with the rock,
rebaptized.
it's going to be bad. No, it's not a baptism if you get married. Sort of.
Sort of is.
No, I can't do that. The Pope's going to hit me. He's getting new cardinals.
I'm gonna promote a
It'd
book.
be bad. You want to tell somebody about something?
Yeah. This book, you guys, is if there was one book, if you only read one book on your Kindle, get the book.
Or on your tablet, wherever.
Tablet, whatever. You can see I like the hardcover because I write all over it. this, the two, Jimmy Moore and
Yeah, hold it
Dr.
up.
Westman.
And notice it's an MD.
Yep, there's an MD on there. These guys know what they're talking about. You're going to find every benefit to ketosis.
Yeah,
All of
you
the
have
things
a-
that it aids in and things that... Let me tell a quick story. Mark, I don't think has seen this because he got stuck at work a little late. As I drove up here to meet him today, sitting on Stevenson, getting in the construction zone before 3:55, I saw a woman pull over off the side of the road, and she was out there with a boy, and this child, late teens, was laying on the ground. I pulled over, stopped immediately as I could. I'm not a medical anything, but I wanted to see if I could help. Next thing I know, another car pulls up behind her. We started the trend. People were stopping.
The UA squad showed up.
Huh? The who? Yeah, it was the Hoo Squad.
The UA squad.
Because there certainly wasn't an ambulance. Found out when I got over to her, her son is an epileptic with Down syndrome. So she knew what she was doing as far as keeping him flat, keeping his knees up. She got him past the seizure. He was able to squeeze my hand.
Just protect his airway, not let him beat
Because
himself up.
he was back. Yeah.
Get him out of the car and don't let him beat himself up.
And he was calm. One of the elderly gentlemen, by the time it took all of us to get him up, but I said to the kid, I go, give me a fist bump. Give me a fist bump. He fist bumped the other guy. Well, they left, and the mom came over to me, and I said, she started hugging me, and she was starting to bawl, and I said, I got to tell you something, that back in the 1920s, there was a diet called the ketogenic diet that was used to treat children with epilepsy. And I said, I'm not a doctor, I'm not any of that. I said, but I am a source of information. I gave her a business card, and she bawled on my shoulder for about 3 minutes. I thought I was going to be late for this little shooting.
Did you get the little guy's name?
No, I did not.
Hello.
She'll call.
Lord,
I
let
believe.
that little guy.
I felt like God put me there at that moment.
Well, I firmly believe that. Sometimes that happens when I don't have business cards. But, you know, it's like Sunday I sat on the
This is
computer
Frank.
all
This
week.
is his look of like, hurry it up, you guys, my arms are falling
Yeah.
off.
Yeah,
Okay.
I see the handshake.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the one time you had it really, really bad,
Yeah.
you showed me your lab work.
Yep.
And your body's pH was way out of whack.
Yep.
And we had to intervene in a great way really fast because if your body starts going into an acidotic state, your pH starts to lower. As the lower numbers, the higher the acid, and the way higher numbers, the alkalosis. Even if you get a way higher number, it's still just as bad because severe alkalosis, it just turns everything to water. Acid will make it burn up. So that's what you don't want to do to the tissues in your body. You were telling me your fingers were peeling and stuff like that, so
Look it, they're not anymore.
go figure. But she sought advice.
I did.
She sought advice because that was an emergency. That was no doubt my emergency. And I said, saw the labs. Yeah, you can send me your labs.
I sent him everything too.
Yes. For $1 million,
More information.
payable at $1 per week for life. To me, no.
Yeah. So we want to, guys, everybody, what we're trying to do is really
I tell
prevent,
you.
learn from me.
Right, because
Learn.
experience is the best teacher, you know?
Been there, done it.
And science likes to kill people in order to figure things out. But not in this case. You don't have to do that. You need seeking advice. You need good mineral supplementation. We can help you with that.
Yes.
We go right to the mine in Utah and
Get those
plant
minerals.
dried minerals and supplement right away. Get adequate fluids. If you're like, say you're a 100-pounder, you should probably be drinking like 60 to 70 ounces of water a day because on top of the normal intake, which would be about 50 ounces, you need extra because you're going to pee more out.
I'm 150 pounds. I drink well over 1.5 gallons of water a day. I'm actually more like
She
148.
spells well over an hour in the bathroom.
Oh, I pee like 24 times a day. Are you kidding me?
It's okay.
And if you're dehydrated, anyone who used keto test strips, when they're in that dark purple, you're likely dehydrated. I have one friend who is ketogenic. She sent me the darkest purple. I know how much water she drinks because it's the only beverage she drinks, and she drinks it all day long. She was in the highest form of nutritional ketosis possible. If I see someone go too high purple, my first question is, how much have you drank today? Very
Yes.
first.
And what did you drink?
Me?
No, what did
Oh,
they drink?
what did they drink? Right. You have to have it. Got to
But
drink.
anyway, you know, as your body's minerals are like tea,
Tea.
the more you water it down, the weaker they become. So that's why you have to replace them.
Yes.
If you don't, you can expect that. Don't get the ketogenic flu. Get a little.
Don't get it. We can.
Get a little ketogenic sniffle, maybe. It may happen to you, but now you've got the tools that you need to
Yep.
help recover that in a quick way. Take it with a grain of salt. Take it as a mild step back.
A grain of Himalayan salt.
Yes, that's thrown at you in a driving rainstorm, so you absorb it better.
Anyone watching this who wants to get part of our groups, the Wellness Warriors is 7,000 strong. Ketogenic the right way is almost 1,100.
Working on it.
We're getting there. Got a lot
That's
of pages.
Wellness Warriors with a Z. And
A
usually,
capital Z.
yes.
I will type in his page in my group. I don't know if he'll type mine in his because some following elements.
I do personal invitations only to Julie's group, which I feel it's more impactful that way. And, but yeah,
I appreciate that.
ketogenic's not a fad, gluten-free's not a fad, remember
Nope.
that. Vegetarian's not a fad. None of those diets are fads. A lot of people say, oh, gluten-free stuff's fad. I'm like, yeah, go for it.
How do you want to feel?
Yeah, what are your goals? What are your health goals? Everybody's got them. They want them easy. They want them fast. Unfortunately, the ketogenic diet is not going to be a fast fix for what you need, and it takes a lot more dedication.
It's a slow and steady fix, and part of my choice of going ketogenic was to take some pressure off my adrenals.
Yeah, but you went balls to the walls.
I did balls to the walls, but
Actually, does it all
okay.
the time.
I still do. But the thing is as recommended by Dr. Glidden to go ketogenic, a naturopath, I did go balls to the wall, but it was way too much, too fast. But it's okay. That was May 1st of 2016 that I started that. January of 2016, I was 184 pounds.
Yeah, I saw the pictures today. It's like, whoa.
Yeah, it took me from May until now to get back to a very healthy weight. I throw my picture out there on my page in my bra and panties. I only do. It's no different than a bikini. If you're well covered, it's okay. Of course. So use me as a tool of I have done it right, I've done it wrong, and I just want everyone to get the best of it. And Mark is a great resource, and he sees me tag in my page if I need his help. He answers your questions
Right, just
too.
tag it. Tag me.
Yep. So
And I'll see it quicker.
cheers. Happy tea
Salute.
time. Have a great day, guys. We love you. Peace
Thanks
out.
for kicking it.